The following segment on Eyewitness News is sponsored by Living Well.
And welcome to today's edition of Ask the Expert. I'm your host, Shay Paul, and today I have Dr. Jared Chapman of Living Well joining us. Dr. Chapman, it's great to see you. I hope you're staying cool.
I am. It's great to see you. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about today, isn't
Exactly.
it?
I thought that would be a good lead in. Yeah.
Yeah,
We are
absolutely.
going to talk about hydration. We all need it right now, don't we?
Yes, ma'am, we sure do. So, this temperature rise is really, really, really taking a havoc on our elderly, our pets, even our young people, and even those of us who are quite healthy. So, one of the things I want to come on and talk about today is adequate hydration and making sure that we're getting enough fluids into us to make sure that we can compensate for all this loss of fluid volume. Even if you're sitting in your house, and you're what you think is a quite comfortable environment where the air is so humid and then so dry and then so hot, you are constantly trying to balance all that with your body trying to stay in homeostasis or an even state, and therefore you're losing lots of fluid through respiration plus sweating. So
Right.
you need to at least get your regular 8 glasses of water in a day plus some. So I recommend, if you don't have a heart condition or something that would prevent you from doing this, everyone should try to get about 100 ounces of water at least, or fluids in at least a day. Limit caffeine intake because caffeine is a natural diuretic. So we
Yep.
want to make sure we're not losing fluid as we're putting it in. And then also what we want to do is really make sure that we're staying cool as much as we can, staying out of the heat. If you have to go out and work in the heat, then you should take breaks quite frequently, come in into a cooler area and make sure you're hydrating during those breaks. We also want to keep our skin hydrated. So make
Right.
sure you're using a good sunscreen and a good moisturizer on your skin to replenish the humidity that's being lost, the moisture that's being lost from the skin. Um, Also, for those who may be exercising, you and I were just talking before we came on air how that went out for a jog and how exhausting it was and how
Oh,
dehydrated you
right.
were when you came back. We have IV hydration for those people who are out there running and trying to continue their regular activities. So they should call us and get hooked up to an IV of recovery and performance, which is a great replacement of their electrolytes, also their vitamins and minerals. So it's a great way to replenish your lost stores
I'll be
during
there. I'll
this.
be there in 10 minutes.
All right. We'll have it hooked up for you. We'll get you taken care of. But it's so important. Hydration is so important to us feeling well through this and being safe. The ERs will be inundated with people having heat strokes. They'll be inundated with people having dehydration issues. And as much as we can avoid that and keep people out of the ERs and keep them well hydrated is my goal of coming on here today and saying, hey, this is serious. A
Yes,
heat
it is.
advisory is serious and we need to take it serious and we need to take action. And one of the things you can do is hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Just as I'm talking here, I feel my mouth getting drier and drier and drier. And I know I'm going to grab
Mhm.
my big bottle of water right after this and hydrate some. So
And I
I
will
just,
do the same.
I encourage everyone, please stay as cool as you can and hydrate.
All right, Dr. Chapman, that is great advice. We really appreciate it. We haven't seen anything like this in, I think they said 25 years. So
Now,
we appreciate you.
thank you so much, Shay.